3 weeks ago, I had the best bite I've had in the past 5 years outside of Japan. A taco with crickets and shit, man. It was awesome. Shit paused. Shit paused for me. I tasted umami. You know what fucking umami is? I'll tell you all right now what umami is. Umami isn't a flavor. Umami is the unnameable. Umami is when you will only know, cherish, remember the flavor of that moment in time. It's what every chef should quest for in every bite of their food. Good afternoon, this is Chef Daley at York Sushi Ko. How may I help you? I'm the owner and the manager and the chef and the sous chef. York Sushi Ko was set up as an intimate dining experience. If there are any walls between the guests and myself, they can be easily broken down with food, drink, or conversation. It's just trying to forge a bond and make customers guests and not look at it like a transaction. Like, come in, have fun, stay. When you sit down at a sushi bar and you're requesting omakase, you're putting yourself in the hands of the establishment and, more importantly, the hands of the chef. And he is supposed to take you through a wonderful path of many flavors, textures, and also a bit of himself tied in there as well. So essentially, omakase means chef's choice. That's why there's no menu, so I can have fun and we can have fun. We have a higher price point than many other sushi bars in town because of the product being sourced every day from Japan. Especially any food that's prepared, it all passes through my hands. For the first year and a half of the restaurant being open, I received everything and processed everything entirely on my own. It does take its toll, and it does lend itself to isolation, but it's very rewarding to be able to just have total control over the food and over my product and the space. That's something you don't get in a larger restaurant. Most of your hakirimono, or silver skin fish, are fish that do get salting. The salting not only acts as a purifying agent, also as a preservative. And the things that I'm comfortable with letting go of are the things that I actually want my assistant to do. And I'm certainly comfortable with letting go of scaling and gutting fish. I want my assistant to do that. Don't forget our mother fish. These have a lot of little tiny difficult scales that need to be addressed. Every scale, not just the ones in the way. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good job. I've recently taken on an assistant who's been pretty cool, pretty loyal. Ricky-san, he's a nice guy. He has experience cooking in Puerto Rico and also in New York as well. Right now he's just cleaning fish.
I've been working for John for at least 2 months at this point. I'm fairly new, but I'm his first apprentice ever. John and I have known each other for 2 years. We're good friends and drinking buddies, and we used to see each other in the late night. My brother smuggles Newports for me.
Do you know how hard it is to get a carton of cigarettes in your ass, mother?
Yeah. I'm Puerto Rican and all, so it can happen. It's been very nice, a lot of hard work, but he's passing on a lot of knowledge to me that I couldn't get elsewhere.
All right, you ready to bring those vegetables over here? Start doing some heavy lifting? I taught him how to cut vegetables properly, the Japanese method. And so he's able to assist me in some of my day-to-day tasks. Ricky, move the vegetable, not the knife. It's driven by your left hand, guided by the right. The blade stays in place. 2-year-old vinegar. We've had that since opening.
And it gets better with age?
It picks up more of the flavors. You have to maintain it, but as long as it has a proper acidity, all it's doing is just gathering flavor. So we have here a little bit of Japanese walnut, some sugar, sato from Japan, and a bit of my rice blend. I've been working for 20 years in restaurants, for 15 years as a cook or a chef, if you want to call me a chef. All of my experience from my amassed time in all food aspects, from washing dishes in a Chinese restaurant to baking mozzarella to pulling yogurt in TCBY to flipping grilled cheese at Friendly's, it all ties in here. There's not one experience that I've had that at some point in the 2 years that I've been at York Sushi Ko, haven't had to draw on in some way. I have like introspective Madonna playing in my head right now. It's really driving me nuts.
Have you been listening to Madonna recently?
No, just flashes throughout my life. They keep coming back to me in waves of Madonna. So I grew up a single child to a single parent, and my mom worked her ass off. And there were times that we had to eat Spam. You know, I always said, never gonna eat that shit, ever again. I don't take the bus, I don't eat Spam because of my childhood. And still don't take the bus. But you find yourself getting accustomed to Spam musubi. And I love it. So when it snows, I gotta do something to like keep warm, you know, mentally. And that's, I make Hawaiian food to do it. So we do like some Spam fried rice and Spam musubi and all this and all that. Spam, you've got a place at my sushi bar. Yes. When I was like 12, 14, I go, I want to be a sushi chef. I go, this guy plays with knives all day long. And they're like, you can't because you're not Asian. I began working at Masa after years of cooking and being a chef. That was my first real introduction to Japanese food. Having my first sushi meal, my first omakase at 15 East, made me like hands down. There's nothing else I want to do. Nothing else. We were referring back to this picture here of my master's master, and my sensei. We were on the walk to Tsukiji Market. And I said, hey guys, say cheese, and I took a picture. My master is Masato Shimizu. He's operating out of 15 East. I had originally gone to the job position wanting to hone my skill set before going to Japan to find a master. I told him this during the interview, and he said, I'll be your master, and then you can go work with my master in Japan. Yes, done. So after working with my master for 3 years, I then went to Japan and worked with his master. I even lived in the same apartment he lived in, walked the same streets that he walked from shop to apartment. Through my training in Japan is how I'm able to provide the fish that I am. My master used his master's connections. I'm not using my master's connections, I'm using my master's connections. We'd go to Tsukiji every day and I would try to communicate at best, or just really, my first month I was quiet. I'd watch. Second month I was like able to pick fish out. Third month I would like talk to the vendor, or I asked about prices. That's very big. And what's great about that is I can literally go, no way, dude. That tray is $64 in Japan. You can't charge me $98 for it. It doesn't cost you $38 to send me that tray. Executing the food and executing the preparations, job number one. All the layers get added up, and then it all kind of comes together. And it's funny how we wind up being finished with everything at the right time. Like, oh, look, the soup is done, the same time this fish is done, the same time this is done. And like, that's when I feel like everything went the way it's supposed to go. All right, cool. And then we take a break. I know. Hello. How do you want to play, though? That's the best I got, is the stick. They just want me to run and play with them and frolic. Clem, the little one, is about 4 years old, and Pierre is almost 2. They're my little sous chefs. Ready? More underpants.
There we go. That's amazing.
What's this?
Wait, have you ever tried smoking?
There's certainly an interaction between guests and sushi chef. That's why we're not in the kitchen. A lot of my negative reviews, they attack my personality or things I say. And I go, every other chef in town is so lucky they can hide behind their kitchen doors. So that comes with its own training too. So please, this is uni from Japan.
Japan, right?
From Japan, yes sir. I've been training Ricky-san in that. Towards the later hours of the night, we have more regular, more familiar guests. I start to get a little loose with the things I say, and he's not allowed to laugh. This time, I knew what would get him. He's a horse, right? So I walk up to him, I go, hey, horsey, my dick's bigger than yours. Same thing, he starts laughing too. He starts laughing too. Gives up the money in a second. He goes, you got me. You know? Because I hear things all night long. I'll hear intimate conversations that I have absolutely no part of being in. And like there's times where I'll have to step off the line and kind of like, go, oh my God, like either laugh or just breathe and just get it out for a second and come back and, you know, because it is a stage. So I whisper to the horse, I go, you remember last week? You know, I told you how pretty things it is. He starts laughing at me, that's right. He goes, well, let me show you, let's go to the back. And he showed him. So I was left crying.
That's a great joke. Long belts.
Now, next time you make sushi, you're gonna tell that joke.
Yes, chef.
Hey, good job. That's why it was so long, so you remember it.
Usually we leave the playing around outside of the restaurant. While we're in the restaurant, usually it's pretty straight-laced. He's got this new rule that he talked to you about that I can't laugh because I have a very booming, loud laugh because I'm Latin. So that's been part of my training actually, and it sounds dumb, but it's actually very, very, very helpful.
All right. Do I know her?
Who?
Don't think so.
Where the fuck you drop the food off to?
It's a bartender over at.
Do not think so.
Touch your hand and let me smell it after you're done.
Yes, chef.
Thank you.
Hi. All right, let's do this, guys. So we are taking a sashimi boomerang over to 151 Bar. They've been sending us drinks, so we're gonna send them a little bit of fish. Yeah? It's kind of weird walking around at 2 in the morning with a tray full of expensive fish from Japan in the Lower East Side. It's not the norm.
What are the trades that have happened so far?
Chef used to make big slabs of wood filled with sushi for Black Crescent right before they burnt down, and he would send down a lot of food for them, or he would go to a bar and after they closed down, he had a contact for Japanese food, so he would just order tons of Japanese food for everybody at the bar sitting down, all the bartenders breaking down and all the chefs breaking down, which is a really nice gesture. So their specialty here is frozen drinks, so yeah, they send over frozen drinks all the time. Hey, check this out.
Oh my gosh.
So he sent you a little sashimi plate?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah?
Did we just make friends basically is what
Yeah.
happens?
Here we have a little bit of ikura, kompachi, lean meat tuna, some uni from Japan, mackerel, with a little bit of mackerel tartare on the bottom, and a little bit of otoro, fatty tuna from New Jersey. We're gonna come back, yeah? See you like in an
Please do.
hour.
I need to thank you guys
You guys are gonna
properly.
still be open till 4,
Oh
right?
yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, I'll see you.
Bye, baby.
Take care, don't worry.
I don't always need to go have a fine dining experience, but I need to have a fine experience dining. And forgive my voice, I took all my guests to a Yankee game the other day. Instead of service or making them sushi, I made them Ubers and took us all to, like Andy Kaufman was my inspiration. He took his whole show out to go have milk and cookies once. So I took everyone to a Yankees game on Friday.
That's true?
Why would I lie about this shit to you? It was really interesting. You got to do it. Like if you have an idea and you want to try it, try it. If you're just sitting on shit, you're wasting your life. You know?
Did they ever get sushi?
No. They've gotten sushi before though. I'm lucky enough to be able to open up $200 per person sushi bar on the Lower East Side now. You know, the only thing you can get down here is an 8-ball of cocaine for $200 10 years ago. You know, until this Babylon falls, we're it right now. You know, we're where it's at.